Okay, so today we're going to take a look at how to edit and manage those drip campaigns that we want to get all of our contacts on. So we want to go ahead and go into the KW intranet. If you don't know how to do that, that's going to mykw.kw.com, putting in your username and password, logging in. This should be the screen that pops up. All you're going to do is come right down here to where it says eEdge Control Panel, and hit this little plus button next to My Marketing. Second one down, Manage and Create Campaigns. We're going to go ahead and go into that. Now this is where you're going to see all of the campaigns that you have set up. So there's already some templates that are automatically uploaded in here that you could use, or if you wanted to create your own from scratch, you could go over to Add New Campaign. For this example though, we're going to come check out this one that I've already put in here. It's Example Drip Campaign, and all I need to do is just click on that link, and you'll see it'll pop up some different things that I can work on right now. So you can edit the name of your campaign at number 1 if you want to do that. Real easy, you just hit that edit button, name it whatever you want to name it, hit save and continue. And then number 2, this is where you have a little bit of work to do ahead of time if you want to have your own personal spin on some of these already templated designs. So you can go into Review and Configure Steps, and you'll see in this particular campaign that's been set up, there are 15 email steps. So that's 15 different emails that my clients or my contacts that I've set on this drip campaign are going to receive during the time that I have this campaign set up to run. There's 0 direct mail steps, so I'm not mailing them anything in their mailbox. They'll just be getting things in their inbox from me. And then you'll see this third little part over here is where we have the activity steps. This is things that I, as the agent or admin, am going to be responsible for doing in setting up this campaign and effectively running it correctly. So we'll get to those in just a minute, but I'm going to show you how we edit these pieces that are in here. So number 1, it's going to have all of the different steps broken down for you in here. So we're going to see all 25 of the steps included. Number 1, we can come here to edit. This is obviously one of those emails that's going to be sent out to our clients. So I'll hit that edit button there. Now this is set up so that you could potentially just hit save and send this out to your clients and not have to really do anything with the rest of it. So as you can see, if you leave it like this and just go ahead and send it out, they're still going to get a good looking email. This was all pulled in from the information that I've already inputted into eEdge, so it knows who I am when I set these marketing campaigns up. If you need help with that, I can show you that in a different video. So if I wanted to just send it out like that, I could have just hit save and exited out and been done. I actually would like to make some changes to this. I think that I could add a little bit more value to my clients on this piece. Because I do use a lot of technology in my regular everyday life, I do have some good recommendations for my clients on this particular email. So I'm going to come in here, and I always like to put underneath the Keller Williams logo there at the beginning of the email, I like to go ahead and link that up to my KW website. So you'll see I already have that pulled up on here. And all I'm going to do is just highlight the URL, copy that, bring it on over here to where it says URL, paste it. The text, I don't really like when it just says the URL code, so I actually want to change that text. I'm going to say, click here to view current listings. And then I'm going to leave the title blank on this, but I'm going to do the target. And instead of having none, I'm going to do new window, because if they were to click on that link, I don't want it to get rid of the email that they're reading from me. I want it to open in a separate window on their browser. So you can see I've added that now. Then I'm going to come down here, and this says 5. Again, let me back up. You can actually go to this picture and change that if you would like to. You just hit this image button up there, and you could always put in a different image. Just make sure that it's an image that you either created or that does not have a copyright on it, so you don't get in trouble for that. Then we're going to come down here to where it says 5 pieces of tech to make your home smarter. And I'm going to add, and your life easier. And then you'll see it says new home automation technologies pop up each year. Here are the 5 pieces of currently trending tech that can make your home a little smarter. We've got number 1, video doorbells. They've broken it down a little bit and explained what's there. I actually have a video doorbell that I love, and so I want to give my clients a personal recommendation on which one I would go with. I've done the research already on different types of electronic doorbells and video doorbells and that sort of stuff, so I know which one I would personally recommend. So I'm going to come in here and type my personal recommendation. And then instead of I could just put Ring doorbell and leave it up to them to go and research it, figure out where to buy it, all of that fun stuff. But instead of doing that, because technology does make their lives easier, and I'm trying to prove that point to them, I'm going to get rid of this real quick, come up here to this link button, and then I've got the Ring doorbell pulled up over here, so I'm just going to go to that site, and I'm going to highlight that URL, copy it, bring it right back over here, and I'm going to put Ring doorbell. And again, I want to change the target to new window because I don't want them to click on Ring doorbell and get absorbed in looking at all of these different options that they could purchase and forget where they even got the recommendation to go to Ring doorbell. I want them to leave that email open in the first tab. So click OK. Come down again, smart speakers. I don't like to have it all so far away, but I can just come up here, take my, where I have personal recommendations, copy that. And then smart speakers, I'm going to go with Google Home for this, so I want to go ahead and direct them over to that website. Again, you come over, hit this little hyperlink button, put that in there. Google Home, target window, new window, smart lighting. I've got the Philips Hue smart lighting set that they can buy pulled up here. Link that up real quick. Change it to new window. Smart fridges. I've got my smart fridges pulled up over here. I'm going to go with this nice Samsung. And then last but not least, we've got the smart security. I'm going to come over to this nest.com. Again, hyperlink that in. Okay, so now you can see we have links for our clients to go in and see what it is we're recommending. And then I'm just going to throw this little note in here when you're looking to buy, sell, invest. I like to also add or start a career in real estate. You need an agent who will be by your side every step of the way. Call me today for a personalized consultation. It's got all of my information that I already have inputted into eEdge, so it knows I want to send this on all of my marketing emails that are sent out. If you have questions on doing that, we do have another video that you can take a look at for that. And then right below, it's going to say, click here to download my mobile app. It's going to have a direct link to my email, and it's also going to have another link to my website. So I am all finished editing that now. So what I can do is I can hit preview, and I can decide if I want to preview it mobile or I want to preview it desktop. Right now, I'd like to do desktop. So I'm going to put in my KW email. When you send this email out, it's going to know what format your client is opening the email, or yeah, it's going to know which one your client is using, desktop or mobile. So I'm going to hit send real quick, and then I'm going to come over to my email, and you can see I just got it. So I'm going to come in here, and I can actually see exactly what it is my consumer is going to see when they come into it. So let's go ahead and close these tabs down and just make sure that everything works properly the way that I wanted it to. So we can come in here and see the email, and of course it's not going to say do not reply market leader. It's going to have your email address. Let's see, if they click on view my current listings, are they really going to be able to view current listings? Yep, they're on there, they're good to go. So if they come down here and they go to the Ring doorbell, it's going to keep that email open on the tab before it, but it is going to take them over to that site. So you can see that's been done for all of those, and this is exactly what the email looks like. Also gives them, if they were to click on this download my mobile app, it's going to take them right over to that page. This is going to be very important to get out to our clients as we get that newer app that comes out, because we're going to want everyone we know using that app. And that is it on that video, guys. I'm going to hit save. And instead of it being ready to edit now, I'm going to do prepared. I'm going to save it. I'm going to exit out of it. So now I know that it is all set up and ready to go, and that it is going to go out to my clients on December 3rd of 2018. So I know that on that day, anybody that I have set up on this drip campaign is going to receive that email just in time to buy that smart tech for someone that they love on their Christmas list. Step 2 here is a task. So this is something that I actually need to complete, and I will be notified of that when I log into my eEdge account. So on December 5th, it's going to notify me that I need to go ahead and go into this month in real estate and check the edits. If you're an admin, this might be something that you do. It all just depends on how your business operates. So you're going to see the note here that says, please preview the December edition of this month in real estate and make any changes before December 12th. Your newsletter is scheduled for delivery on December 14th. So it's very important you pay attention to those dates, because if something needs edited, you don't want it to send out on the 14th with incorrect information. We want to make sure that we are staying current and correct with everything that we're sending to the consumers. So I know that sometime before December 12th, between December 5th and December 12th, I need to put that on my calendar to take 20 minutes to check those market stats and make sure that everything is in there correctly. That's where your time blocking comes into place. So once this date has hit, once it's December 5th, I'll have the option to modify this newsletter. Right now, I don't. The reason that they do that is so that agents don't essentially work ahead of class and get incorrect information. Let's say they're setting something up for 6 months from now. We all know that a market can drastically change in 6 months. So that's sort of the system's way of checks and balance on making sure we're giving them current information. And then you can see step 3 here is actually when that monthly newsletter is going to be sent out via email. So once we have that all edited, we know that on December 14th, it's going out to all of the people that we have on this drip campaign. You can come down to step 4, and again, it's ready to be personalized. So if you're going in and setting up all your campaigns on one day, you can go in and personalize all of these, just like we did with that first one. You can skip down, personalize any of the ones that you want. You will notice though, for instance, on step 7 in here, it does have a phone call activity. So it's going to tell me, hey, you need to call this group of people who are on this drip campaign and let them know about what's recently sold in their area. This is scheduled for January. It's when people really aren't necessarily thinking about home selling. So we want to make sure that we stay in the forefront of their mind and let them know, hey, things are still moving on the market. Here's what they're moving for. And it's actually provided a script right there directly for you. Makes it super easy to do. So make sure when you have your lead gen time, you're blocking for that when you know that's coming up on these campaigns. Once you get all that stuff personalized and you're ready, you're just going to go ahead and save and continue. And then you want to add or remove any contacts to this. So right now you can see I don't have any contacts on this drip campaign, for example. So I could add them by individual contact, or I could add them by group. So let's say, for instance, that I would like to add my family to this particular campaign. I can go to family, add, and you'll see that I've got 17 people that's going to send to. I can just go ahead and hit save changes. And that group is going to be sent this particular email campaign. And then once I'm all done editing everything and I'm ready to get started and I have all the contacts on there that I want on this particular drip campaign, I can go to review and activate. And I want to make sure I go through and make sure everything is ready to go, looking good. And then it actually gives me the option. It says once a contact completes this campaign, automatically add them to, and I can choose monthly newsletter, or I can choose a different campaign that I have set up so that they're not just abandoned after this 25-step campaign that I have on here. I want to make sure that I'm staying in contact with them. And then once I have everything all set up and is ready to go, I can click here where it says I have reviewed this campaign and its recipients. I agree that all email recipients have opted in to receive emails from me and are not from harvested or purchased list. I understand violation of this policy will result in loss of email features and or termination of my account. So you click that, and then you can decide if you want to have your showcase properties included on all email steps. That's another way to kind of get their attention with what showcase properties you have set on your web page. So you can go ahead and click both of those if you have the showcase properties set up, and then you can hit save campaign, or you can do activate. So it knows that I haven't clicked these, so it didn't give me the option to activate there. But I'm actually not going to do that yet because I still have quite a bit of work to do in this particular campaign, and I need to go back and edit my contacts so I'm sending it to the right group of people. But I am going to go ahead and save this campaign so it's ready for me when I come back.